Hello. This lesson is entitled 1D Motion Problems 3. A pygmy goat runs toward a feeding trough with an initial speed of 2.5 meters per second. If the goat slows down at 0.42 meters per second squared, how long will it take the goat to reach the trough? Let's use the guess method. G stands for given quantities. So here's a given quantity. Initial speed 2.5 meters per second. The goat slows down, we're told, at 0.42 meters per second squared. Now it doesn't say exactly what kind of a quantity that is, but if we look at the unit, we know that it's an acceleration. And since we're told that the goat slows down, we know that the sign of the velocity and the acceleration must be opposite to each other. If, as we did here, we choose the initial velocity to have a positive sign, then we have to choose this acceleration to be negative. U stands for unknown. This is the unknown variable that we're looking for. In this case, the time. So now let's find a relation that relates some of those quantities, and here we have the definition of acceleration. We know the initial velocity, we know the acceleration, and we're looking for the time. Well, we're missing some variables, so now we have to think a little bit, and we have to say to ourselves, wait a minute, the goat will come to a stop before he feeds. So the final velocity is going to be 0 meters per second. Now we're ready to forget that part of the equation and simply go with the rest of it. So now the first S stands for solve the equation for the unknown. So I need to solve this equation for delta t. So to do that, we multiply both sides by delta t and divide both sides by a. I trust that you can get from this expression to this expression algebraically. Now, and only now, on the very last step, do we put the numbers in. V final minus V initial in the numerator, and the acceleration in the denominator, 6 seconds. If you were to get a time that was negative, you would know that there would be something wrong. Thanks for joining me.